Now I'm live. Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Hogarth's Global Astrology. Know your planets, know yourself, know your nation, know yourself. The two are interchangeable. All right. Lots to discuss today. I hope you're liking the new background, by the way. Can you see here? This is where you might see some little changes from week to week. This one is part of a big nebula in the sky. Not quite as bright as my other one, but interesting. You'll see it slowly kind of circulating above my head. It's good to change things up, of course, from time to time. So much to discuss in tonight's show. Oh my goodness, there's a lot going on. So my head is slightly kind of, let me just go like this. So I'm just a little bit, oh, there we are. That's a bit better in the middle. Oh, you can't see as much as the background. Just get a little bit like that. I just don't want my head to completely vanish. So much, guys, is happening. Yeah, as you guys know, so much is happening in the world. So I know, in fact, and this is annoying actually, because otherwise you can't, my chin is disappearing. And maybe I'll kind of pull this in a bit more like this. Anyway, so much is happening in the world, so many dramatic things. I'm sure you have all seen. Yeah, I'm sure you have all seen. In today's show, of course, we're going to be talking about that killing of that healthcare CEO. Gosh, my God, that is a chilling story. We're going to be discussing that. We're going to be talking about the earthquake that recently happened off the coast of California. We're going to be talking about Oregon. We're going to be talking about South Korea. We need to talk about France. Yeah. Oh my God, we need to talk about France. And if there's time, I'm going to talk about a bit about the UK and a bit about the Venezuela as well. So, gosh, it is just all kicking off. Yeah, it's all happening in the world. And as you guys will know, as I've been saying ad nauseum, yeah, but I think more and more people are coming to the realization, as you know, I've been saying what? Pluto is in sidereal Capricorn, which is the Capricorn is the sign of governments, yeah? Governments, rules, regulations, institutions, CEOs, big business. This can also deal with oligarchy, yeah, big business, oligarchy, all of that stuff. And I said we're going to see increasingly, yeah, you see how it's unfolding in the world, that big business and oligarchs are going to become closer and closer involved with governments. And look what we are seeing, because this is an energy. This is an energy, guys. This is just a big alchemical process that is going on right now. And I really do kind of feel in some ways I might actually have to kind of create another channel. I'll still have this one, but to address this subject matters, because the transformations that are coming to humanity are absolutely epic. And they're happening right in front of our eyes, and there's more to come. So much ground to cover. I just want to say hello to everyone. Thanks everyone for joining me here in the chat. So here we are. Carmela from Boston. I know you, Carmela. So nice for you to drop in. We got Tart and Spice, who's here. Oh, also from Boston. Angela is saying, love the new starlight sky. Yeah, it's a little bit different. You know, I've got quite a few slides, so you know, I might change them around. Hopefully it might be something a bit different. What's this? Someone's asking about Trump health and trip to Paris. I think we did Trump's health on Hogerly just gone. So I'm not sure if we need another one, but remember what I was saying. He is in his Jupiter/Venus dasher. And I always said, I said, look, Venus, we'll have to see how Venus is going to help him or not vis-a-vis the election and stuff like that. And I think basically she kind of like helped him over, but Jupiter had a lot to do with it. However, it also means the hospital aspect of his chart is activated. So you remember I said that there could be 3 scenarios: exile, which obviously hasn't happened, prison, which obviously is probably not going to happen now, is it? And the other one, remember I said, was hospitals, health. So we'll have to see. There are a lot of debates and discussions about Trump's health, saying that he's lost weight, etc. But some people are saying maybe he's on Ozempic and, you know, all of these different things. And I've been so busy. I just want to give a shout out as well to all of my clients today. Fabulous discussions and chats. We talked about a lot of dynamic things. And I was giving my clients today a lot of advice about practical things they can do for the future as well. You know, stuff like that, and where things are going and investments they can make, etc. But anyway, who else is in? Who else is in the chat? Oh, here we are. We got a bit. We've got Fabienne from Austin, Texas. Hello, welcome. Who else is here? And then, oh, we've got a hello from Ohio, and Melody from Oz. Oh gosh, you're all there. You're all there. And then what's this? And then Marjorie Harrison is saying, "Can France keep Trump, please?" I think France has got enough problems of its own. Let's dive into the content and let's get stuck in. How have I numbered things here? All right, we're going to start out with the earthquake. So this is coming from Nick Minks. A strong 7.0 magnitude, that is big. Magnitude earthquake has struck off the coast of Northern California, according to the U.S. Geological Survey, around 7:30 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. Is this the start of increased activity along the Pacific coast? So you guys will remember me saying, with the movements of Neptune and with Uranus, I said Neptune is going to bring us more water-related events, floods, storms, you know, all of this stuff, which we've seen across the whole world. But Uranus can quite literally deal with earthquakes. He's currently retrograde at the moment in the sign of Taurus, which deals with the earth. Yeah, Taurus is an earth sign. And then he's going to go backwards into Aries for a few months. And then in the spring, he'll move back into sidereal Taurus. And whenever you get these powerful gas giants go retrograde and stuff like that, they can have quite a strong effect. We've also as well, let's not forget as well, the sun is going through more activity. We're getting more of these solar flares. And that, of course, affects the magnetic field as well of the earth. And that in turn can also affect the mantle, how that's moving, and that can cause, you know, problems as well. So we are in a very it's a very dynamic time. Let me just find my cards. Where have I put them? Blowing tarot cards. 1 minute. Oh, I thought I had them here. I realized I got my Caroline Mace deck on my mantle. Here it is. Here we are. Here we are. I've just seen it, which is buried under something else. All right, let's get the old cardies out. And as you know, this is my Art Nouveau. What is this? Golden Art Nouveau tarot deck. Oh, I just love this deck. I just use it all the time. It's become my favorite. So gorgeous. All right, so let's look at this. Let's look at this. Is this the start of increased activity along the Pacific coast? If we get cards like the Tower showing up, yeah, the Tower, of course, that is a very Uranian card for me, which can also speak about earthquakes. If we get Pentacles, Pentacles are also associated with the element of earth. Or even things like the Death card, which can talk about transformation. But let's just see. Is this the start of more activity along the Pacific coast? I think it's quite long overdue, to be honest. I I'm hoping that may have released a bit of tension, because they say earthquakes are like zips. I remember seeing a documentary on earthquakes, and it was fascinating. And because with the mantle, the Earth's crust, so imagine you get an earthquake, it goes like this, yeah? But imagine it's also like a zip. The tension can move along, up and back, yeah? And that region of the world has been long overdue an earthquake. So it could be that maybe that may have released a bit of the tension, I would hope, yeah? And it's happened off the coast. Neptune is also associated with tsunamis, as you can imagine, which are, of course, earthquakes that happen underwater. He's the god of the sea. But let's just see, what's the energy of this? Is this a trend going forward? Is this a trend going forward? I'm hearing it could be, but let's see what the cards have to say. Let's have a look. Oh, this is interesting. I mean, it doesn't look like anything to do with earthquakes at all. Mind you, there are pentacles here. This is very strange. This has come out much more like a personal reading for someone in government, perhaps. Maybe this is to do with the state of California. Okay, I've just got to read what I've got, but it doesn't say earthquake stuff at all. All right, here we go. Starting here, we've got the strength card, yeah? So this is talking about strength, fortitude, resilience, being able, this seems to be a bit political to me, you know, going within, having internal strength. But you see here, the character in this card, she's not using force to tame the lion. She is taming the lion with the force of her character, virtue. So this is about, it's like, this is like a character test in a way. This is quite interesting. But I think this is also as well, maybe this is talking about the strength of the state of California and its ability to deal with these things, yeah? Because it was about earthquakes, and if this is becoming a bigger trend. We see here in the obstacle position, we have got the 9 of Cups, which is the wish fulfillment card. However, if the first card is positive, which the strength card is more reinforcing. So it seems like California is satisfied with the way that it has dealt with it. From what I understand, the warnings went out. Many people, you know, it seems a lot of stuff was avoided. There was a tsunami warning, which was then sort of later put to bed. But look, this is the card of wish fulfillment and satisfaction. So, of course, no one's wishing for an earthquake. Maybe this is more in regards to the strength of how they dealt with it, the strength of the systems being able to anticipate the warnings. I think it's more to do with the strength of the state of California's ability to respond to these things, yeah, to respond well. That's how I'm interpreting that. Because these are very positive cards. Look, we've got another positive card here, look, which is about, you know, partnerships, people coming together, teamwork, coming together, yeah, as you can see here. I mean, here with the 2 of Cups, deals, agreements, and stuff like that. So it suggests that there was a lot of harmony and a lot of positive coordination. I mean, these are very positive cards. These aren't talking, there's no tower, you know, it doesn't look like earthquake, does it? If we look here, we've got the Ace of Pentacles. So what this would suggest is that maybe the early warning systems that have been invested in, the payment of the infrastructure, yeah, the strength, it looks like it's paid off, or at least that it's done its job. But there might be some kind of source of money or financial gain, not from earthquakes, maybe from this partnership coordination. Do you know what? I have a feeling, oh my God, there is a question coming up which is about the states themselves. Yeah. Oregon and Idaho. And I feel like these cards are kind of talking a bit like that. I think this is actually to do with the state of California and its perception of itself. And then look, if we look here, in the outcome position, we have got the Eight of Pentacles, which of course is the studious card. It is the card of endeavor, the card of hard work and effort, of course, but also getting the result. The results you can see here. Here's the guy chipping away, chiseling at these coins. So this is talking about working towards a project, working towards an outcome, gaining knowledge, infrastructure, putting things in place. So it looks like, to me, it looks like almost like California is gathering its strength for something, looking at its funding, yeah, working on its projects, maybe infrastructure projects, looking to team up and partner. Is this with other states? For mutual benefit and wish fulfillment, and this strength. Ooh. To me, it looks like if California were a person, that they're preparing for some new initiative, some new ideas around raising funds, money, affluence, and executing plans. I mean, you can see it. I mean, there's no earthquake stuff in there. Isn't that interesting? Thanks so much for the question. I wonder if that's going to feed into something else in regards to California as a state and how it sees its future going forward. I wonder if it's going to be making some kind of big move, especially in light of the elections. Yeah, do you see where I'm going with that? Yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm quite surprised at that, to be honest. Didn't really say much earthquake stuff at all, did it? There was no tower, there was no shaking, or there were no 10 of swords, nothing like that. Anyway, all right, let me just see what your guys' thoughts are on that. Let me scroll down. Oh my goodness, is this someone here from Helsinki, Finland? Suvi, hello, thank you so much for joining me. Much appreciated. And then people talking about insider trading. Oh yes, yeah. Linda G says Linda G has posted that she's safe. She lives in Northern California, so that's good news. Yes, that's good. That's good news. Good to know she's okay. Greetings from Atlanta, Washington. Wow, gosh, you're from all over. We've got Nova Scotia, Canada. Oh my God, it's truly an international show, my darlings. What else is it? Oh, we've got Albuquerque, New Mexico, New Jersey. Oh my God, Washington State. You're from everywhere. Let's see. Oh, we've got some Arizona. What's this? Hello, Connie. Hello from Tucson, Arizona. It's 73 degrees. Pray for me. I teach middle school English. Wow, that's quite warm, no? Isn't that 73 degrees? That's the 20s in the UK. We put that as early 20s. Hi, HL is the same, but Pluto loves Capricorn. It's now in Aquarius. It's not coming back for another 245 years. However, remember, I am a Vedic astrologer. Yeah, we read things from the sidereal placements of the stars, and sidereally, Pluto is in the constellation of Capricorn. Yeah, he is. Just into, I know, look, in Western astrology, it's 24 degrees ahead and stuff, but let's literally not get too ahead of ourselves here. Yeah. Look at the world. Yeah. What's going on? Pluto is also the planet of what? Plutocracy, oligarchy. Capricorn is business, government, the state, institutions, you know, big business, all of that stuff. And what are we seeing? We're seeing this influence there. We can see it right in front of our eyes, can't we? But, you know, obviously, you know, Western and tropical astrology is quite different. But, you know, I leave it to people to make up their own minds. Just watch the news. Yeah. And I think there's that. What's this? Let's see here. Oh, Estella is saying, isn't Governor Newsom building a blue wall and coalition? Could well be. I don't know, but you saw the cards, guys. Did you see? It wasn't, look, the cards weren't talking about earthquakes at all. They were talking about, looks like infrastructure, funding, partnership, wish fulfillment. Something's going on, something very significant. Let's move on to the next question. Otherwise, I'll just be just reading things in the chat, won't I? I'm not getting on with the show. Let me just say a thank you here. Thank you, Farmer Monica, for your super sticker. Much appreciated. And thank you for your generous donation. Mwah! Big love. All right, now let's take a look here. So again, this is from Nick Minks, but we need to talk about this. So the South Korean police are investigating President Yoon Suk Yeol, yeah, for alleged insurrection over his short-lived declaration of martial law. Have you guys seen this? I mean, yeah, that's Pluto in Capricorn. Yeah, Pluto can be transformative events, shocking events, but can also represent the breakdown of something and the reconstruction of something else, a rebirth. This is why I said we're in this composting phase, and that governments would start acting out around the world. Look what's happening around the world, yeah, particularly in governments. So yeah, for alleged insurrection over short-lived declaration of martial law. Dear Lord, what the hell is going on? She says, where did this come from? And then she's saying, I did see some saying oh gosh, sugar, it cut off the bloody anyway, it cut off the text. It didn't all print. The point is, again, where is this coming from? Like what I've been talking about, Pluto is in sidereal Capricorn. Capricorn is the sign of governments. Pluto can be like a hand grenade. He breaks these things down. So we're seeing what the breakdown of like law and order and certain things, but new configurations are going to come. Yeah, something else is being birthed. But let's just see what cards South Korea get. Truly shocking. I mean, I remember when I was watching the news, I was like, what? South Korea? You know, the head of the government literally trying to stage his own coup, and you should have seen, like, the politicians weren't having it, and the public weren't having it. I saw literally a woman walk up to this soldier who had his gun pointed at her, and she just grabbed the end of the gun and just moved it off to the side like this, and then apprehended him as to be like, what are you doing? She was like, what are you going to do? You're going to shoot me? It's like, wow. Yeah, some real courage there. Real courage. No one was scared. People were like, and what? They just revolted, including the politicians who stood with the people. So that's good to see. All right, let's just see what's the future for South Korea. So that was a real surprise. I mean, I moved through South Korea when I came back from Japan. You know, you wouldn't expect this sort of thing to happen there, but expect the unexpected, folks. Yeah. Pluto in Capricorn can bring up very, very odd things. Okay, I've pulled 5 cards, and South Korea has got 3 major arcana, so this is a big deal. All right, if we look here, South Korea is thinking about its role and purpose in the world, and it's wanting a more outward-looking nature. And it's probably going to be looking to kind of collaborate and, you know, because this thing would have shaken the nation. Yeah, imagine that. Imagine that's like the British Prime Minister declaring martial law. Yeah, everyone would be like, I don't think so. Yeah, so this is obviously would have shaken the nation to the core. But they're also as well might be looking for, might be making international plans, international alliances, looking for support. This guy is most likely going to get impeached. I mean, I don't know much about South Korean politics at all, but basically this has not gone down well. Imagine that you call martial law and then everyone goes like, I don't think so. Yeah, he's done. Yeah, he's obviously toast. But this is a more outward looking perspective, particularly here. So look, this guy is holding the globe. And then look, we get here. The next card here is the world. I'm just covering the nip-nips. So the world card, so literally the whole world is looking, and this has made global news. Quite literally, it's made global news. But this also shows that this is a key turning point in South Korea and the ending of a big cycle. They're probably going to be going through quite, I would imagine they're going to have to call perhaps new elections. I would imagine after this, you know, they're not going to be able to trust this guy in office, will he, after what he's done? Particularly if we look at the next cards here, Ten of Swords. So there's a feeling of betrayal here. Literally, this is the leader, you know, trying to stab the whole country in the back. Sabotage. If we look here, the Fool comes out next. So again, this is about what? Taking leaps of faith, being willing to explore pastures anew, try something different. Yeah. So I think they're obviously going to go through quite a tumultuous period. They're probably going to have to go through an impeachment period, a show, you know, a big trial. That's probably going to be obviously all over South Korean TV, I would imagine. And then they're probably going to try and pick a new leader. Yeah. And then if we look here, the outcome card, we got the Lovers, which again is about making important key decisions that are consequential. And again, I also associate this card with the economy and business and trade, which of course dovetails in with the first main card looking at the world. So I think this is an opportunity for South Korea to forge new alliances and take itself in a new direction. Clearly stuff was going on, wasn't it? Gosh, wow. All right, so there's that. Let's get to question number 3. Oh, right. We need to talk about France. We need to talk about France, and then we're going to look at some more kind of American-related questions. Oh, my goodness, yeah. So if we look here, Nick Mix again. France's government has collapsed after Barnier's budget failed. Do the cards show if there's a chance of things improving, or will outside forces be able to push far-right sides into power? Yeah. So again, do you see how this is an elaboration, yet again, a further evolving of this Pluto in Capricorn, yeah, in the sign of government? Do you remember how I said governments tend to move to the right? Yeah. If you see, look, the far right is in many ways has got stronger. Its voice has become more amplified. And you guys may remember me saying at the time when Macron did his snap election. Do you remember I said, this is reckless? I said it was an act of vanity, and I said this will badly backfire, and it really has. It backfired at the elections, and it's backfired even bigger now. So Michel Barnier, who was the prime minister, has had to step down after 3 months. This is the first time this has happened in France's Fifth Republic since I think since the 60s, maybe since the 1960s. It could end up being a bit of a constitutional crisis in some way, and it's really gonna potentially, if it's not sorted, if things aren't made stable, I think it's gonna affect the EU, and I think this is also part of the Great Awakening as well. Yeah, this fragmentation, this effect. Oops, that Pluto is happening. But anyway, France. What's going on for France? Obviously, it does help the far right. And assuming Marine Le Pen can keep herself out of prison, because she's in slightly in hot water, isn't it? Over certain court cases. I can't remember what they're about, but I know she's dealing with that. Let's see, France. She'll be hoping to avoid that, and obviously she'll want to become leader. But they say France is split 3 ways, between the far right, the far left, and the sort of Macron types. But they say over 50% of French people now say they hate Macron. So he's in a difficult position. And this is important, guys, even though, you know, this is quite international. Obviously, we'd look at some stuff to do with the United States. But what's happening in the world also affects America as well, because it sets precedents. And of course, France is a very influential economy in the world, second largest, of course, out of the EU, but it's a big economy. Yeah, it's big. All right. If we look here, you could say that this is Macron. Yeah, Macron feeling embattled. Feeling like he's attacked from all sides. You could also say this is Barnier that was trying to defend himself, but he's fallen. So this is Macron feeling embattled, and a lot of people are saying to him that he needs to go. Yeah, they want him to resign. He says, I'm not resigning, but you know, we'll see. Yeah, stranger things have happened. If we look here in his obstacle position, it's literally here the 10 of Pentacles, which is talking about the institutions. Yeah, the institutions and legacies and stuff like that. And it just seems that the institutions just aren't buying it. You know, there's too much conflict, too many people wielding different sticks, yeah, throwing their stuff around. But also as well, this suggests to me as well that he's losing the support of the institution of government itself. Yeah, no one really wants to back him. If we look here, though, in terms of influences, Russia, yeah. As we know, the Empress, I associate this card with Russia and Putin in particular. So, you know, I'm sure Putin's quite happy about this. Yeah. Sure, he's quite happy. Yeah. And he'll be trying to influence, pardon me, as much as he can, the downfall of Macron, I would imagine. But this could also be Marine Le Pen as well. Yeah, this could also be Marine Le Pen, because after all, the Empress does deal with a matriarchal figure. Yeah, and she is a powerful influence now in France, whether people like her or not. You know, she's in the mix there. And yeah, she's very influential now. If we look here, though, not liking anything that's on the table. I think this really is talking about Macron as well. Not liking the options on the table. France not liking the options on table. The politicians not liking the options on the table. Yeah, but there's something left field coming out of the sky here. So they're going to have to do something, because they can't have another election for 6 months. Yeah. So they're somehow going to have to muddle through. And if we look here, they get the 7 of Pentacles as the outcome. So this is about the investments. I call this the card of ROI, as you know, return on investments. And I think this is the choice that Macron needs to make of who is going to be a prime minister that is going to look after the harvest and protect his legacy, if he can find someone. But he's feeling very embattled right now, trying to defend his position. But here, he's not getting support from the institutions themselves. There is a strong whiff of Russia here. And this is also as well, you know, Marine Le Pen, I would say, who also fancies her chances of being leader have gone up, if, of course, she can keep herself out of prison. But, you know, no one's really liking the options on the table, and we'll have to see who's going to make the best investment and harvest for France in the future. So, yeah, there is influence there, helping the far right. But Macron has not really helped the situation at all. And I knew that snap election was a bad idea. All right. We need to talk about that CEO, yeah, who's that was basically assassinated. Yeah. Let's see here. Let me just see here who else is here. We've got Baltimore here in the house. Grand Madame, thank you so much. Florida is here. Gosh, this is amazing. Everyone. What's going on? Oh, I don't know this one. Mendocino. Yeah. California. But the American way would be Mendocino. That's how you would say it, isn't it? But I always say it the Italian way, where C is ch. Mendocino. Oh, South Dakota. Oh, saying it's cold. Thank you so much. Iowa. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. California. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, God, yes, we do need to look at that. My goodness. So Mona says, how about Duck Larange saying to make Canada the 51st state? God, that guy, Duck Larange, he's got some front, hasn't he? He's got some front. Let me scroll down a bit more and just see here. Oh, Patricia is in the house saying hello to someone. Someone is saying, yes, Newsom is. So maybe that's, that's what I was picking up. As you know, I just read the cards and say what I see, as you guys know, and that's what, and you guys seem to be confirming that in the chat. He's obviously planning something. Someone's saying maybe another future election, Magical Mermaid. You know what, guys, I have to, I almost don't want to say it, but it's getting really close. And this is one of the things that I've seen. One of the things I've seen in the future is that, and I know this might, no one wants to hear it, but I even blogged about it years ago. I do see that states may secede and separate. That could happen. Yeah. I think it's happening or kind of already. And those cards that California got, I'm like, yeah. And wait for the question with Iowa and Oregon as well. Anyway, so let's look here at Coco Cooks has said, what's your reading on the killing/shooting of United Healthcare, of the United Healthcare CEO in NYC, New York City? He was being investigated for insider trading. Oh, I didn't know that. And sold his stock shares by the DOJ, the Department of Justice. Wow. His assailant also used bullets engraved with messages. And this, someone else is saying, Nick Minx has said, NYPD are trying to find who shot healthcare CEO this week. The bullets apparently had deny, defend, and another word inscribed on them. With the hate and negativity put out by the duck, is this the start of more being threatened? And then the text cut off. So let's read what the cards have to say about this. Really quite remarkable. I mean, they've got the video footage. I'm sure you guys have seen it. Obviously, they didn't show but they seem to have quite a good picture of his face. You know, he didn't seem to be very good at covering his face. Someone will definitely know him. I'll be surprised if he's not caught, actually, if he's not jumped on a plane and left the country already and has made his way to some far-flung place. CEO killing. What's going on with that? What's behind those engravings? Let's see, if the devil card shows up, then we know, or the Seven of Swords, then we know things may have been very untoward. Let's just see what shows up. CEO, obviously tragic for his family as well. And he's getting ready for a conference. He was shot outside. I think he was going to the Hilton Hotel or something, wasn't he? Wow. Just about shooting and the circumstances around it. Oh, there's over 600 of you now. Thanks so much for joining me. Please as well, don't forget to like and subscribe and press the bell notification if you've not done so already. If you want to support my channel. The first card says a lot. This was contracted. Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, all right. This is, sometimes the cards are just explicit. Yeah. Sometimes the cards are a riddle and sometimes the cards are graffiti. Look at this. Ace of Pentacles, it was a contract killing for money. Yeah, I think there's some element there to do with money, funds, finances. Of course, the Ace of Pentacles also as well deals with big money as well, big finance. It turns out this was an extremely wealthy company that he worked for. I think I was seeing on the news, they said if the company was put in Britain, it would outrank all of our companies in this country. Yeah, outrank all of them. Yeah, and we're a country. So this we're talking extreme wealth here. Yeah, the Ace of Pentacles can talk about the extremes, the most money that you can get. So clearly there was something here. Someone has either paid, or this may have been connection with shares, something. Yeah, but either way, look, money, it's obvious, isn't it? What else can I say? You don't even need to be a tarot reader to understand that card. Look who's here in the opposition. A man of influence and power. Yeah, a man of influence and power. Often I associate this card with Dr. Ranj, but I don't think he's involved in this. Yeah, this is someone powerful. This could be another powerful CEO, rival, or maybe even someone within the company that maybe wanted to, yeah. When you look at the next card, so look here, money, motivation. Here we have a protagonist. This might have been the person who commissioned it, because if you look in the middle, partnership, making a deal with someone, yeah, which would we call it a contract killing, isn't it? I know that sounds really dark, but look, I just have to, it's obvious that someone made this happen. It wasn't random. You know, you don't, why were the bullets engraved? Yeah, this is a high level of premeditation here. There was a deal. Yeah, there was a deal. It's very clear, isn't it? And that deal was connected with what? Working towards some kind of plan. Yeah, again, the Pentacles here, we had it just come out for California in that when I was talking about them, you know, working towards a plan. Here you see something here as well. So this was part of a wider plan. There was something that this guy was involved in where he was either some kind of obstacle and he needed to be gotten rid of. Yeah. Or there was something maybe to do with his shares or something like that, a big kind of stake. Either way, it was connected with shares or money. And then when we look here, we see the Magician card. And I think this is the, I think this could be the person that either commissioned this or this is the beneficiary. Yeah, because here the Magician card is a card of strong willpower. Obviously, sadly, it's not the person who's perished. Yeah, who was shot. Obviously, it's not him. This is probably the person, again, talking about who benefited. Someone benefited from this guy passing. Again, I will say this for entertainment purposes only. And this is a card of using every lever at your disposal. Yeah, every lever at your disposal to get what you want. The shadow of this card can talk about extreme cunning and manipulation as well. So I think, yes, there was someone that wanted rid of this guy. And the most likely reason is to do with his money or shares or his investment, something like that. Someone didn't like it. Yeah, probably someone he knows who's very powerful as well. They got a contract together, worked together on that contract, and it was executed. Yeah, it succeeded. And this person, whoever did it, is probably feeling quite happy with themselves. Wow. Let me know your thoughts on that in the comments. That's quite something, isn't it, folks? Oh, it's kind of a bit disturbing, isn't it? Oh, someone's saying here, how do you all funny able to attend a live Hogely? Well, this one's not quite Hogely. This is a Thursday Friday. But anyway, I appreciate you being here. Hogely's on Saturday. Let's say here. Oh, Brisbane, Australia. Oh, look, a bit more. Thank you, Mitz. Really, truly international, isn't it? Finland, Australia, all over the States. Karen says, I just returned from 5 weeks in Seoul. It was gorgeous. Beautiful people, beautiful places, stellar infrastructure, yes. And just the loveliest place to visit. What a shocker. What happened this week? I know. like they say, South Korea is actually quite similar in culture to Japan. I mean, this is like really, I was really shocked when I saw this. Not shocked by the energy, because obviously this is, as you know, I've been talking about ad nauseum. I'm just shocked it was South Korea. Let's see. So someone's saying, Aki's saying, we need to stop Trump and entourage and his crime empire. Well, indeed. And then someone's saying Elon Musk will go broke if he had to pay taxes. And let's see here. And then someone say Musk has to be arrested for treason and bribes. So we'll have to see, isn't it? We'll have to see how things evolve. All right, let's go into... Oh, okay. Someone's saying here, concern the upheaval in Tartan Spice is saying, concern the upheaval in South Korea might make South Korea seem vulnerable and North Korea may want to pounce. Hope South Korea can regain its stability quickly. I think it will. The way that the people came together to basically say no, yeah, that also sent a strong message as well. So we did that. Did that. Let's go to question number 5 here. So this is coming from Lizzie, yeah, and she says, hi Hoagie, thanks very much. I enjoyed our session the other day. Thank you. My question is 13 counties. Right now, this for me is the real meat and drink of this reading tonight as well. 13 counties in the state of Oregon have voted to leave and join the state of Idaho. Idaho being very conservative. They've asked 45, well, soon to be 47, isn't it? They've asked 45, Duck L'Orange, if he will help redraw the state borderlines. Will this happen? Yeah. So now you can sort of see where I'm going. And do you remember when I was reading on California, I said this feeds into Idaho. And one of the things I'm concerned about, and I've actually, I hope it doesn't come true, but I did write a blog years ago stating that I did think there was a danger that states within the United States would potentially split up or realign themselves. And Lizzie is saying basically 13 counties in the state of Oregon have voted to leave and join the state of Idaho. So does anyone have any more information about that? Can you let me know in the comments if anyone's got any extra info? Someone's saying here, Macron, Barb saying Macron picked the wrong PM. That's on him. Absolutely. I said at the time it wouldn't work, wouldn't go well. Yes, and someone's saying, I love the part when you read at random from Shakespeare to get a hit on certain people, so accurate and entertaining. Yeah, thank you. Maybe do you know what? Let me see what the bard thinks of Macron. I have to ask. I can't help myself because I've not done a what's the bard think of Macron. Then we'll answer the questions of Oregon and Idaho. What's the bard think of? Oh, this is interesting. It says here, this is the bard on Macron. I know what I know. I can hardly believe that, since you know not what you speak. How interesting. And that's from Measure. Wow. I know what I know. I can hardly believe that, since you know not what you speak. Oh, very interesting. I think that's bang on, isn't it, with where Macron's situation right now. Anyway, Idaho and Oregon, what's going on there? Will they be able to join that state? Will the counties of Oregon be able to join Idaho? Wow. Pluto in Capricorn, folks. Oregon, Idaho. Oregon, Idaho. Oregon, Idaho. Oregon, Idaho. Oh, wow. Gee whiz, the cards tonight, man. Okay, I pulled 5 cards as usual, and 3 of them are major arcana again. So this is a big deal. Yeah, when you get major arcana, and you wouldn't believe the characters that have come back. Yeah, so straight away, what do we get here? We get the High Priestess. Yeah, so normally this card, when we're talking about ordinary people, etc., this will talk about a person going within, developing their spirituality, higher self, communing, yeah, with more kind of the esoteric side of life. However, we're talking politics here, and this is the card of intrigues, mysteries, and things happening behind the scenes. So that means there's a tremendous amount going on behind the scenes in these counties, of course, in Oregon, clearly, because they're saying, according according to not Coco. God, where are you? Question 5. Sorry. Lizzie. Yeah. According to Lizzie. Yeah. She's saying 13 counties in the state of Oregon are asking to join Idaho. So yeah, we can see, look, clandestine. This has been bubbling for a while. If we look here in the obstacle position, and can't really call that first card positive, but look, the Magician is back. And this is, in the shadow sense, it is a card of manipulation, but it's not just a card of manipulation. It's a card of getting what you want and stopping at nothing to get what you want. Yeah, if you can see here, he's pointing down to the ground, and up here he's pointing up to the sky, and he's got the infinity symbol over his head. So that is a gesture to as above, so below. Here you can see he's got all of his tools and implements there, ready to enact and do whatever he needs to do in order to get the job done. So we saw, tragically, that this card came out, didn't it, for when we were talking about the assassination. The person feels happy that they've succeeded at what they were aiming to do. That was the outcome card. Here it's turning up in the obstacle position. But look, you've got these 2 powerful cards next to each other. This is epic. So this means that this has been planned, yeah, clandestinely planned, and now it's being executed. Yeah, the will is being applied to those plans. If we look here, we get the 5 of Pentacles, yes, which can talk about poverty and illness and stuff like that. But this is what? Feeling out in the cold, separation. So these are these counties, for whatever reason, feeling like they feel out in the cold in some way. Either way, they feel like they don't belong and they want to leave. They want to leave the church, or they feel like the church has left them. Either way, they might be feeling excluded, and this is why they're wanting to join up with Idaho. Yeah, there's something going on there. I think we need to know more about these 13 counties and what's going on there. Yeah, why they want to effectively kind of secede from Oregon. Yeah. If we look here, though, there's probably going to be a legal fight and battle to potentially prevent this. Yeah, there's definitely going to be legal skirmishes. Yeah, legalities. People are going to see, is this actually legal? Is it actually possible? Yeah, so the courts are going to be getting involved. But look who shows up again. Russia. It's remarkable, isn't it? Obviously, in this case, this isn't Marine Le Pen, you know, like it was showing up for France. But this could also talk about Russian influence as well. This could be part of it, part of that clandestine plan, yeah, being executed by a powerful magician or a powerful figure, yeah. which is leading to, you know, counties in Oregon who feel excluded, or something's their minds are being, they're thinking that this is a good idea. This is obviously coming from somewhere. The legal battles, is it even legal at all? But this is giving us an idea of who might be potentially behind it, because this is the outcome card. Look, they may get what they want. Yeah. The Empress card is also like a wish fulfillment card as well. They may get what they want. Especially with Duc L'Orange, yeah? Think about it. They may get what they want. But the influence, definitely, part of that is Russia, Russian money, etc. Because we know that's what this card means for me. And it's turned up again. Wow. Let me know your thoughts on that, folks. Let me kind of scroll down. Someone's saying the shooter is a young male. And then someone's saying, worrying about Duc L'Orange visiting Notre Dame. He's going to Notre Dame. Oh, my goodness. I hope the place doesn't burn down again. Oh, let's read on that, actually. Trump in France. Could you guys let me know more about that? Because I'm just hearing this. And how is he looking in terms of his health and stuff? I've barely seen him, to be honest. I've barely seen him. Oh, 686 of you here right now. Thank you. That's almost 700. Let's do a read. Let's do a read on Duc L'Orange in France. There was stuff about Venezuela and potentially looking at the UK. But let's just see what's going on, because France is in a lot of turmoil right now. And I don't expect Duc L'Orange is going to be particularly helpful. Yeah. We all know he's not a big fan of Europe. Duc L'Orange in France. What's going on there? What's the energy around that? Someone could let me know in the comments, and I'll just read, and then I'll scroll down to those comments and then probably finish off there. Duc L'Orange in France. When is this happening? Next week or something like that? 2 weeks from now? I've got no idea. I've been busy with my clients all day. I'll have to find out later. Duc L'Orange, France. What's going on? Macron, you know, he's royally screwed himself, you know. Honestly, that's just the government collapsing. Wow. I just knew that snap election would backfire, and I'm glad I've been on the record saying that, because I was very displeased. I said this is going to destabilize France, and it has. It's very reckless, petulant. And now over half the French say they hate him. I'm not surprised. Oh dear. Mm. Mm. The middle card. Oh. I don't think this is going to work out so well for Macron. Yeah. If we look here, we get the Four of Wands, yeah, which we all know. So many of us readers associate this now with what? The White House, yeah. So obviously Duc L'Orange, yeah, Duc L'Orange. Look at the next card. It kind of says it all, yeah. Duc L'Orange on the White House, yeah, and then the next card here is the Emperor, yeah. So of course he sees himself as king, yeah, king of the White House, yeah. Pretty obvious kind of combination, isn't it? You know, it doesn't really need to be that sophisticated. That's it. This is Duc L'Orange's relationship to the White House. He sees himself as king. Yeah. So when he's going to France, he's seeing himself in that capacity. Yeah, because of course he's now the president elect. But look at the middle card. Yeah. The devil. The devil. Yeah. So Dark Orange doesn't have the best intentions, although I'm sure he's going to, you know, try and wangle something. Yeah. But I think this is also speaking about Macron's state of mind. He is in trouble. Yeah. Now, remember, this card is about attachments. Let's not forget about this. It's about addictions. It's about attachments. Being unable to disentangle yourself from someone or something. It can talk about addiction. It can talk about mental illness. It can also talk about corruption. So in a way, I feel like this is talking quite a lot about Macron's state of mind and maybe what the things that are going on in France right now, because the government has just collapsed. Yeah. So I think Macron is feeling a bit vulnerable, but this is a card that talks about being attached to someone or something. So is this talking about Europe? Is this talking about the euro as well? What is Macron feeling attached to that is sort of disempowering him in some way? Yeah, I have to ask the question because it's shown up. If we look here, yeah, look, oh my God, look, institutions, yeah, institutions, 10 of Pentacles, institutions, legacies. It's not just finance. It talks about the value system. This is the card that's got the whole family, on it. You got the grandpa, you got the kids, you got the grandkids, and you got the dogs. But this is really talking about one's legacy, yeah. And I think people are going to be discussing a lot of Macron's legacy. But Trump doesn't have good intentions for him. I don't think Trump's going to help. And if we look here, look at this. The outcome card, look, it's the 10 of Swords. Wow. This is a tricky one. This is a tricky time for Macron. He's going to have to obviously try and do some kind of deal. But I think the underlying issue is, for me, is that devil in the middle position. That's what worries me. That's what concerns me. We'll have to see, folks. Yeah, we'll have to see. So if someone can let me know in more detail, I'll scroll down to see someone here saying, Barbara saying the CEO being targeted reminds me of the French Revolution. Estella saying the police found the shells casings with deny, defend, depose written on them. Wow. Let's see here. Someone's saying, Lizzie's saying Jack Smith did leave the door open for recharging, which is great. But also as well, my tarot prediction for him came true. Do you remember a few weeks ago? I think, was it the last Thursday fry up, or maybe the one before that? I said he's going to be looking at his CV, maybe looking to move on. And thank you for joining me, everyone. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. It was over 700 of you. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Oh, this is interesting. Ernie's mom saying that CEO was a bad dude. The company had a very high rate of turning down a huge amount of claims. Interesting. Of course, I don't know anything about the guy. Oh, universal healthcare is my insurance through work. Oh, this is all coming in. I bet a lot of CEOs are not sleeping well these days. People are not a big fan of the CEOs. Lots of chats have people cheering for the gunman. Oh, really? Wow. Okay, and then Gamma Ray said it's against the law for a state to secede. Feds was quashed with no reservation. It's been discussed in Texas when Texas tried so hard many times. Yes, but what I would say is with Duck Orange, that might be different. And remember, Pluto is in Capricorn. Yeah, we're in a different energy. Yeah, we're in a different energy. And someone said, sorry, not sorry. Oh, gosh. Not much mercy out there. Oh, someone's saying here, those words on Kat is saying those words on the bullets were the title of a book by J.M. Feynman, Delay, Deny, Defend. The book is about insurance companies which drag their feet on paying. Oh, okay. I don't know. Maybe there's not agreement on the wording, but I find that very interesting, isn't it? And then someone said, I never understood the US system of healthcare where people can become bankrupt. We have free healthcare in Australia, which doesn't require a person to be employed. Yes, same in the UK. All this someone's saying here, inside trading. He didn't play the game. Another is saying, wow, okay. If California left the union, it would kill the country. Their economy is enormous. Helen is saying, "Oh my God, look, I need to end the show." I was trying to find stuff about let's see here, but someone would again more. It would not be beneficial for Oregon to try and roll into Idaho. They are looking at it from a political stance, but the economics would not add up. I can't. There's too much chat to scroll down. There's too much chat to scroll down. I'm probably going to have to leave it there in terms of people's views on Duc Larange visiting France. Oh, and then someone's saying, do you see him, I think Trump, having a clandestine meeting with another leader while overseas? Yes, quite possibly, particularly with those cards. I will have to leave it there because there's so much dialogue in the chat. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. And oh, look at this. Susan's saying the price of United Healthcare stock soared after the murder. Sick. Oh my God, really? Oh my God, we could talk about this all day. I'll have to leave it there for now. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the show. Quite interesting cards, weren't they? Very intense. Very intense. Thank you as well to everyone who donated, etc. And of course, liking and subscribing and supporting the channel. I will leave it there. I'll see you guys on Hoggerly. I'm sure this story would have developed since, but it seems not too many people seem to be sad that this guy is gone. Let's just put it that way. I don't have any judgment on it. I was just reading the cards and reading the comments, but interesting, eh? Very, very interesting. Lots going on in the world. So I will leave it there. If I can end the stream on time, let me just see. Oops. Let's see if I can end the stream. Oh, God. Ah! This thing. Something weird happens where you can't end the